Welcome everybody to Tip Jar Tutorials for Call of Duty Black Ops 2. This is the very first episode of the series, and this is going to be helping you guys get better at the game Black Ops 2 and first-person shooters in general. Now, to just give you guys a little background on my experience with first-person shooters, I've been on Xbox Live for 10 years now, and that's my favorite type of game is first-person shooters. So I have a pretty good understanding on what to do when playing and the basics on playing first-person shooters. Now, for those of you who are thinking that after watching this one episode that your kill-death ratio is going to go up 10 times or you are going to be a 10 times better player after watching this video, that is not the case, okay? In order for you guys to get better in this game, you're going to have to be dedicated to the game, and you're going to have to take these tutorials seriously. It's going to be a series of tutorials that I will be providing for you guys, that each tutorial is going to give you guys a step forward to getting to that potential that you want to be at. So you're going to have to watch these tutorials, focus in on them. It's going to be almost like a class, and you have to be focused in as if I'm teaching you guys how to play. So let's get into it. This diagram here is showing you basically what I'm going to call the fundamentals of playing first-person shooters, and in this case Call of Duty Black Ops 2. I'm going to start from the bottom and work my way up. Basically, the bottom is where we want to be after we're done with our fundamentals. So the star next to this one is have a routine. That's where we want to be once we're done with our fundamentals. Once we have a grasp on the game, we want to have a routine on how we're going to be playing. In order for you to have a routine, you need to have a specific game style. I have that settings icon next to it because you're still twerking your way of playing. You're still twerking the how you like to play, which adjustments you need to make in order for you to play the way you want to play. In order for you to have a game style, you need to learn the maps. If you don't learn the maps, you can't adjust your game style. You can't go based off of what the environment gives you. You know, if it's a large map, you're going to have to make some adjustments. If it's a small map, you're going to have to make some adjustments. That's the reason why it has another icon settings, because you are learning and adjusting to the maps and what the environment gives you. And the last but not least is play the game. If you don't play the game, you can't expect to get better. That's why it has a key next to it. This is the key factor into getting down to the fundamentals on improving your gameplay, improving your scores, is that you have to play the game. I like to compare playing the game to a professional sport such as football. Football players don't just jump on the field and get good, make great plays, or is the best player on the field by just having pure talent. No, they actually practice. You can't expect to just hop on Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and be able to compete with the other players if you don't have a consistent time of the day or a specific amount of days of the week that you want to play. If you're going against the competition that plays 5 days a week and you're only playing 2 days a week, you are 3 days behind. So in order for you to get better, you are going to have to continue to play the game on a consistent basis. You know, obviously each time you play, you're going to be familiar with it and you're going to get better, but the more you play, the easier it will become for you to up your skills and get these fundamentals down. So we're going to have to play the game. For the rest of this episode, I will be discussing the key elements in learning the fundamentals of first-person shooter, and as I stated before, that's learning the maps. Now, I recommend you guys getting a grasp on each and every one of the maps that Call of Duty provides for you, and learn the names and the size of each of these maps. If you don't know where you're going on the map, you're going to be the one person not in the right direction. You're going to be the one person looking the wrong way while everybody else is running circles around you. So I recommend you guys learning the maps. Now, a great way to get familiar with the map without all the action going around with you and without opponents coming after you is to canvas the maps in a custom game. Now, I know a lot of you guys say that, oh, nobody does that, or I don't want to have to do that. It's going to take too much time from getting into the action. Well, no, a lot of people do this. They just don't tell you they do it. So what I recommend you guys doing is to go make a custom game, go in there by yourself, edit the game mode or however you want to do it, so that you can canvas the map yourself and understand the game, walk around and get familiar with what you want to do. It helps you find the key points in the map. It helps you figure out a route that you want to take, which goes down to the routine that I was talking about. It allows you to get an advantage on what the map has to offer. Now, I know the pros do it. They don't tell you, like I said, they go through and make some game plans by playing and running around the map, and you get an idea of where the enemy's coming, and you also get to see where you're going to spawn from. Now, this helps a lot when the game first comes out, when the game first hits the market and you want to hop straight onto multiplayer and start killing some people. But take 5 to 10 minutes, maybe even 15 minutes to just run around, shoot the gun, and figure out what the key areas of the map is. Where can you imagine where people are going to be fighting? This also helps when downloadable content maps comes out. You could just run around freely and do what you need to do to figure out the idea of the size of the map. If there's any type of environmental effects, lava coming, water coming to hit you or whatnot. So I recommend you guys taking 5-10 minutes, just run around the map and get an idea of what is going on. Now, this all goes back to the key to the fundamentals, which is playing the game. The more you play, the more you will be able to call out locations for each map and get the key areas of the map. Now, what I have here for you is a diagram of the map Raid on Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and all its key locations on the map. And I know you're thinking, oh my god, that's a lot of stuff, I'm never going to be able to find that. Well, no, it's not the case. This is one of these smaller maps on Black Ops 2, and this diagram just shows you every location in the map. And like I said, the more you play, the more you will be able to understand, oh, this is the garage, oh, this is the kitchen, this is the statue area. And as you can see on there, you have A dom, C dom, and B dom. Those are where the flags are located in that specific game type. So a lot of this stuff you will begin to recognize and you'll begin to understand once you start to play. And like I said, the more you play, you will be able to understand these key locations. And also, if you're playing with people in a party or a group, it helps out tremendously when you call out these locations, when you're able to understand what your partner is saying when he says the basketball courts or the lobby area. So it will give you an idea of where your enemy's at and which direction they're coming from. Now, once you found out the key locations of each map or a specific map, you're going to have an understanding of where your campers are, what direction your rushers are going to come from, where the objectives are. You're going to have a much better understanding of the map as a whole. So the next thing on the list is determining where your campers and rushers are coming from. So what I have here for you guys is a brief, quick diagram of the map cargo and my rush routes and the common camping areas on this map. Now, I came up with this diagram off the top of my head that shows you guys the familiarity I have with this specific map and how I am able to just off the top of my head understand where the campers are at and which route that I will take to go on that map to maybe kill those campers or to get an advantage on the other team. Now, those MSMCs that you guys see, those are the two starting points for that map. So if I'm on the left side, I will go the left way towards that building. If I'm on the right side, I will go to the right towards that specific building, or I might go up a ramp towards the middle of the map. So you could tell how routines have a play in all this, in the idea of learning the maps. It will allow you to have a routine on where to go in that specific maps. Okay, understanding the camping areas will allow you to know which direction you want to go. Understanding the objectives helps you give you an idea of which direction you want to go. So this is basically the first lesson I have for you guys on learning the maps. We went through the custom games on how to run and canvas the maps by yourself and get an idea before you open up your first multiplayer room or whatever you want to call it and start going towards your enemies. You want to canvas the map. You want to be able to call out certain locations on where objectives are, where the key locations are, the kitchen, the basketball court like I showed you on the raid, the gallery area. And you also want to understand which directions the rushers are coming and where the campers are. So if I'm going to give you guys a homework assignment, I guess I could go ahead and do that for you guys. Try making a diagram for yourself for each map or your favorite maps on where the campers are, where your key locations are, and that will help you guys out tremendously. I want to thank you guys for watching this episode of Tip Jar Tutorials. We have a lot more to go. That was just the idea of learning the map. Next, we have what was on the list. Oh, game style. So you're going to have to learn your game style on whether if you want to be a rusher, a camper, or someone right in between those. So you guys will learn about that next. Thank you guys for watching. Enjoy the rest of this video.
I've got you.
I see what you did there.
Objective almost complete. Don't quit now.
Track reload!
UAV inbound.
Really?
RCXD inbound.
I might hold down. I'll hold down.
Sniper,
Hunter killer drone ready for deployment. Counter UAV on standby.
Got it again.
Sales, your mission directive has been achieved.
Watch this driving. Watch this driving. Oops. Just waiting for him. Put down your YouTube channel.